So, I could have sworn I was meant to meet up with someone here. But apparently not. Okay, so I'm going to do one thing. One last piece. And that is... there is another quest I can wrap up while I'm here, but I'm not sure if it will resolve the way I want it to, so I just want to check. And firstly, I just want to check if I chat with the elves now, what's happening. Okay, elfie boys. Fangs Wilderman.
What brings you here?
Deal with the Dealwood mercenaries. Okay, if they surrender, will you let them live? I've been a friend of the Twin Elves, and my word is weight. I'll assure you these foreigners will not return. Blood was spilled and life was soaked from the ground. We'll let the raiders return headless. The leader must pay for their crimes, only the rest. Go and deliver my message before I see the folly in this. And she's like, no, the leader has to die. Do you wish the leader dead? Wish them to be an example for the others. Basically, kill him and the rest will live. Let's see. If we go chat with the leader, what do we get? Well, at least we got some kind of thing. Stop! Friend or foe! The man in blood-soaked armor points his blade at you as his wounded and weary companions flock into position behind him. The trickle of blood runs down from a cut on his brow, staining a locket worn on a gold chain. You're not Glenfathan! By Margaret, friend or foe, I said. Calm down, I'm a friend. By the flame, the hero of Defiance Bay, a rare and welcome sight, friends this far from home. Look at us, hiding in the rocks and holding on in our guts. The fangs have bloodied us, and now we're trapped. Gwyneth sent me. What happened? Resourceful girl. We assumed the Glenfathans killed her before coming upon us. I'm relieved she's alive. Doubly relieved she brought help. The tribesmen ambushed us just as we made camp. This fight was a lopsided slaughter. In the melee, someone tripped through the campfire. We were lucky in that regard. The stench of burning flesh and the choking smoke obscured the scene, and a few of us managed to withdraw. We ran to these ruins to regroup, but now we're trapped. The face painters are south of our position, and they have us cornered. No doubt they're happy to let us starve while they rest and rebuild their strength before attacking anew. It seems this will be our last stand. At least you didn't lose your locket in the scuffle. Focusing on the positive. This is for my son, for when he's old enough to be trusted with such things. Born a few months ago. Not hollow, he'll be pleased. Told my beloved for the child would want for nothing. Also, probably should have promised her I wouldn't throw my life away hunting in Glenfathan. He is hoping the boy gets the smarts from his mother's side of the family. If the hunters are to the south, can you flee to the north? We could run that way and maybe evade the Glenfathans if we're quick, but we've spotted a pack of Stelgars up there. Given the options, I'd rather some face painter kill me right away than die slowly, bite by bite, to a feral cat. If I didn't know better, I'd wager those beasts are working with the tribesmen, but I'm sure they're just here following their stomachs. Look at us limping on our injuries, covered in blood. We must smell like a butcher's shop. I mean, I can do one of these two. I've cleared the northern woods, so Stelgar, they won't trouble you. All of them? Hear that, boys? Looks like we got a way out. Get to it! And so he runs. Locket dances as if jerked into life. And I think they're going to be unhappy with us. I mean, we could claim...
I'll stay out of sight.
I'm going to take these things, and then let's see. You aided those mercenaries, now we will kill you. Yeah, okay, fine. It's like, fine. That's why we quick saved. It's not exactly the end result I was after. I was after not murdering people. Be they Glenfathans or Estramore. But apparently that's too much to ask.
I'm on it.
Okay. So we can convince these.
Estramore.
We do have more positive reputation. I'll tell them at once. So now let's try this again. Hey buddy! Calm down, I'm a friend. Gwyneth sent me. And it's for my son. I've convinced the Fangs to let you go, but you must bear the punishment for trespassing and be taken prisoner. Well, if anyone could have, I suppose it would be you, but... Prisoner? If it's the only way to save my men, I'll endure it, but who's prisoner? Let's see. I have room in my stronghold to take you on as a prisoner. You'll be treated well. You will hold me prisoner and that will satisfy them? So be it. I'm more than willing to be held hostage if it means we all get home safe. I'm sure you'll have to keep me as a proper captive to honor the arrangement, but I understand. It's far better than being the Fangs' prisoner. The captain turns to his company. Each of his soldiers stare back, pale with fear. Esmar takes a deep breath, then raises his fist into the air. New orders! You are to fall back! The expedition is over! Stow your gear and make for Defiance Bay at once! The mercenaries exchange glances with each other, waiting for the first one to obey the command. Are you deaf? I won't tell you again. Time to go now! Esmar's booming voice springs the reluctant mercenaries into action. Wounds are dressed one last time. Camping gear is secured, and within minutes the men set off on their march, nodding at their leader in acknowledgement as they pass. Okay. That is good, because I'm pretty sure he would be dead if he were taken as a Fangs prisoner. I'm still taking this stuff. Is mine because I want it. The trail. And I'm an adventurer, and that's how it works. If I want something, I get it. And that means I think I've cleared this area, in which case... Where are you? Okay. Oh, right. First I need to do that. Fine. I missed a step. Well, I guess I'll head over there and do that after this. And they're completely gone. Okay, so I guess that wrapped up that quest then. Wherever it was. It's not on the list, so yeah, it definitely wrapped it up. Okay, so we need to go back, not to Clear Rilag, but to Cadnua. We need to put a scale in a palm and then head back again. And then we'll be in a better position to fight dragons. And that's one of the first things we're going to do on White March. So, and we can even hand in a bounty. Why not? You guys are going to comment on things because you have to comment. You are compelled to, even though it's super annoying. I do love this visual. Like, clearly someone went, oh, there's a giant thumb and finger sticking out of the ground here. I must build a house on it. So we actually just want this first floor, right? It somehow takes us an hour to go down a flight of stairs or a ladder. But it'll be fine. Whatever. That's how it's going to work. That's how it's going to work. And we're right here. Stick it there. Place it on there. And then there we go. The Adra gem begins to glow faintly, then steadily, gleaming like the dragon's own gold eyes. Okay,
just say the
sweet.
word.
Now we can go talk to Falinrod. And now Falinrod will show up. So, we've done that. We chat to the warden to do the bounty. Finish the bounty, that is. We'll get paid and I guess get a little bit more XP. And hopefully that means Sigania level. I do not need more comments on this bloody place. It's fine. I get that you like it. I like it too. You don't have to tell me. Yeah, nothing new to report. That's fine. So now I got myself 2 prisoners. Alright, I should. How do I not have 2 prisoners? Weird. At the mercy of the tribes. Let Esmond know. I already did that. Return to Gwyneth. Oh, right. So she's... Alright, she's hiding at the... Yeah, that's cool. I can do that too. Little bits and pieces that you gotta do. Come on. Move it. If there's not actually anything to interact with in the area, I kind of wish I could just double click and be like, just go. You're done. You don't need to watch us do this. Okay, dude.
Good day, stranger.
Here for this bounty. Here we go. Bit more cash, and more importantly, Sagani. Get some frickin' athletics, lady. You know what? I'm just gonna dump a bunch into that. I'm gonna give you one of the other, each of the others, and that way we're a little bit better. Defensive bond, which both subjected to the same area of effect attack. They're too often apart for that to matter. A damage bonus over time? If someone's... so that combos with wounding arrow. Gotcha. Roots. Nah. Arrow sense could be useful. Master's Call. What's that do? Basically, move back to the ranger and knock other people over. That could work. No, we're not doing powder burns because we're using bows. Vengeful Grief basically means that if... right. So you suffer the normal effects, but also get these bonuses. Revive Companion lets you get your companion to come back up. Heal Companion lets you heal your companion. You know what? Let's grab Heal Companion. Okay, so hopefully Sagani stops falling over. Oh, and Horavius. Sweet. You also get to level. Then we'll go chat with Gwyneth.
Gelade. Well done.
Oh, shut your face.
Fortress in the old style. We don't
Okay,
build
you
them like
also
this
need
anymore,
it.
You know? Not by the sea. Too vulnerable to
Okay.
cannons.
Now, spell mastery. Moonwell is... Okay. Basically, a nice heal and defensive thing. That could be useful. This makes allies... Oh, yeah, okay. Maybe I'll do that one. Wicked Briars is pierce damage and hobbling. And that is doing pierce damage and knocking people over. You know what? Let's grab Form of the Delimgan. And yeah, we got more spells.
Just say the word.
Okay, now we want to get out of here. At some point we should rest. You know what? We'll rest here. We'll grab that intellect bonus.
Have a moment to talk.
We'll chat with Sagani in Northfield. So, yeah, totally have a moment to talk. Just give us a day, maybe 2. It'll be fine. No worries. Where was this? Glenfathan's Soul Hunter leaves there. They arrived and then they left before we actually had a chance to do anything. Okay. Well, fine. Okay. Sagani, what do you want to talk
Here
about?
in the middle of Air Glonfoth, but I'm glad I can bring this success back to Masuk. And perhaps Persak will return to us one day because of it.
Do you think Masuk will remember you the way they remember Persa? It'd be nice to know I've made a difference, and to get the first choice of caribou flank during festival time.
The biggest relief is knowing that my journey was worthwhile. That finding Persak and carrying our village's story to him will strengthen our community and return his soul to us. I'm looking forward to being back in Masuk among my family and my people. But more than anything, I'm glad to finally understand the purpose behind these last 5 years.
That's
What do
good.
you think? Do you feel as though you understand the purpose behind your hunt for Theos?
I need to know what happened in my past and why it haunts me now. Actually, I'm gonna go with the need to fix the evil he's perpetrated on the
That would
Deerwood.
bring hope to many people, Watcher. I hope you're able to accomplish it. Anyway, Theos isn't getting any closer. I suppose we'd best keep after him.
Let's go.
Just
Cool.
say the word.
So, I mean, I guess, actually, one benefit of doing the side quest is that we get experience from doing so. Okay, Gwyneth is somewhere over here. Here you are. Gwyneth, her gloved hands half buried on the waves of her rebellious hair, watches your approach incredulous. You did it! We'll be chanting your name back in the gift. Everyone will know what you've done for us, I promise! I realize Esma will need to be a prisoner for her to honor the agreement, and not arrangement, but it'll save the expedition. Besides, I'm sure your dungeon is far more enjoyable than whatever the Fangs do with their prisoners. But you're the type to deserve more than just praise. Coin, weaponry, or if nothing else suits your fancy, I'd gladly share my skills with you. I'd like to learn from your skills. I was hoping you'd say that. She removes the gloves from her hands, stowing them in her backpack. When you spend as much time as I do in the ruins, you learn to strike first, and to strike without warning. She holds her estoc out in front of her, its blade parallel to the ground. The key is efficiency of movement. Ooh, Dungeon Delver. She walks you through several footwork drills that focus on quiet footfalls and measured breathing. Place all your weight on the final step when you're ready to strike. She yells for emphasis as she demonstrates a swift, silent lunge. I think you got the grasp of it. I'm honored I could teach you something new. She half turns and curtsies to take her leave. I'm ready, I think. He unwraps a locket from his hand and ties it around his neck. At least some of my men are leaving Air Glanfath alive. Good. Okay. So you got that. And the wax maker finished in the southern Adir province of Maganan. The wizard and inventor Galef spent decades creating devices that could mimic magical effects and properties. His fellow wizards viewed Galef's work with disdain, but one area of research intrigued even the elitists: a device that could replicate entire magical objects. The key to Galef's research was an enchanted mold. When Galef died of old age, his remote workshop was eventually plundered by southern barbarians who'd been sacking the province for years. All of his work was believed to have been lost. Recently, an anonymous patron has been inquiring across the Eastern Reach for aid in recovering some of Galef's research notes using leads that were discovered by unknown means. Manaha's patron was silent about the source of their leads, but the notes quickly proved to be valuable. A grimoire sale in Sithwood and notes from a dead Redcaran wizard pointed the way towards 3 other wizards that were unwittingly performing research based on Galef's stolen notes. Spread out across the Eastern Reach, the wizards were amiable enough, but quite unwilling to part with their own extensive notes. After reporting back to the patron's servants, Manaha discovered that no additional services were required. It wasn't until returning to Cadnoa that Manaha learned of the grisly deaths of the 3 wizards, all under suspicious circumstances. A short time later, a package arrived via guarded courier. It was addressed to Manaha, and the note inside simply read, "A gift in antiquated hand." So we got money, experience, and a major item. So this is an item that will duplicate any unique thing once. And that is pretty cool. But I don't know what I want to copy. I mean, if you got any suggestions, let me know. Although chances are it will be way too late by the time this episode goes up. But yeah, I'll probably need to do some research. It's a problem with like one-shot items.
Just say the word.
You don't know what you should use them on. Alright, so, Felonroad. Where are you? So this is Master Below. She's at the Shrine to Galawain within the Black Meadow. Wait, Shrine to Galawain is there, right? That's why it's specifically pointed out on my map. And up we go. Nope. I thought this was the place. Whatever. We can leave. Black Meadow. So do we have a place called Black Meadow on here? Yeah, okay. Cool. We will duck over there. Okay. There's a shrine where? There? No. There? Yeah, there. I remember that shrine. First place you encounter a forest lurker. Sup, lady-o? Fallen Road. A woman in gleaming mail stands guard before the shrine, her head bowed in thought or prayer. The clasp of her cloak bears the engraving of a dog's head. The amulet writhes in your pack, seeming almost to be alive. You feel a pressing compulsion to do as the dragon asks and place it about the woman's neck.
Good day to you.
Greetings, stranger. Don't see too many travellers out this way. Shame, really. Is there any good hunting out here? Well, you would think so, but I suppose it depends on what you're hunting. Trolls and their kin live here in abundance, living off what bandits stumble into the brush. But most of the deer have moved on, and the more impressive beasts have already been slain. You might have better luck to the southeast, to Searing Falls or Elmshore. You must be Falonroad. I didn't think my name was common knowledge. How is it that you know me? It's a long story. It's a long story. Let's just say there's a dragon with its mind set on your corpse. She wanted me to find you. Almost as soon as the words clear your lips, the amulet you hold shatters with a loud crack. You feel a foreign cresting wave of anger come upon you, then the feeling is past. It seems she wasn't happy about you telling me the truth. Perhaps not, but you've made a wise decision all the same, Ranneko. That dragon would have been too cunning a predator. I certainly am, however. What? That doesn't fit? Oh, I guess I certainly am telling the truth. Must have been tempting, but dragons make poor allies, always alien to them, and they don't care much about keeping promises. I fear you've made a powerful enemy, one that you should seek out before it comes for you. For what you've done, I owe you thanks, and more besides. I'll teach you what I've learned in my time fighting her kind, and you can go better prepared into that battle. Okay, so, let's see what we've got here. So, I want to check a couple of things here. New abilities. We got, I guess it's a talent, maybe? Yeah, Dungeon Delver. +1 to stealth, +1 to mechanics. And +0.1 to crit multiplier. Nice! And Scalebreaker is once per rest, -6 damage reduction, -12 accuracy, -12 to all defenses for 21.8 seconds. Okay.
Just say the word.
Cool, I guess. That doesn't seem like much, but sure. It is an ability that will help. And what do we do now? Well, let's see. We can go to the Temple of Helios, finish off that quest. We could do a little bit of bounty hunting. Nest above the clouds. Yet something very large has been there recently. Or we could... You know what? We'll go hand off the Firom
Just say the word.
thing in Twin Elms. Where in Twin Elms? Is it Reach? Hearthsong District.
Just say the word.
We'll finish that quest off, because that way that quest is done. I like just tying these things off. And then, once we've done that, we can go do the temple. And once we've done the temple, we'll go into the expansion and we'll start by trying to fight the dragon that I died to repeatedly because I kept thinking that I could do it, but apparently not. I'm going to hire a bunch of mercs here. Like... One of the Wilds, Shock Mage, Odorless Disciple, Lion Breaker, and Gold Pack Knight. Okay, then I'm going to save quickly. Then I'm going to say, hey, can you just auto-resolve this fight for me? I'm kind of curious as to how well that works. And, yep. Okay, right. So that just... End result is you lose things. Honestly, do I give a crap? Not really.
Just say the word.
Okay, so... Where do I need to go to for that Passage of the Sixth? Sixth, rather, not Sixth. Here we go. Tie off this loose end. We've got a couple of things. We need to kill the people that have extended their lives. So, Redai, that was the one.
Tread carefully, Estermore.
We hope you found the truth of my brother's fate. I've concluded my task. It's time to speak with the Anamenfath. What did you see? Where's Fiom? Tell me! Redai, the truth belongs to all of us, even Arthun. You know this. I'm ready to share the truth with the Anamenfath. I'll make sure that is so. So is Arthun. Okay, so
just
now we
word.
go here, I guess. Our paths cross again. Gallus unarmed. I've been investigating Fiom's disappearance. Indeed, Arthun and Redai have spoken of little else. I do not envy your position, Gallus unarmed, and yet your testimony may yet resolve the tensions between the Keepers of the Stone and the twice-split arrows. When you've gathered your evidence, I'll call a hearing. Then let's begin. I will summon Arthun and Redai. Their fates and the names of their tribes depend on what you will reveal to us. Bethel stands at the head of the hall, lit from behind by dozens of candles. She casts a long shadow across the floor. We've gathered to weigh the claims of Arthun and Redai in the matter of Fiom's disappearance. To that end, we are honored by the presence of a Gallus unarmed, whose insight will help us render a verdict. And murmurs of astonishment echo from the front of the hut. We will begin with Arthun's claim. He asserts that Fiom lured him into a confrontation with the Stelgar, and he slew the beast on his own. Fiom, he says, exiled himself, fearing that knowledge of his actions would heap shame on the Keepers of the Stone. As evidence, he brings a fang from the great Stelgar. On the other hand, Redai states that his brother was tricked and murdered by Arthun during the hunt. A hunter of Fiom's renown would not have fallen in the blood hunt, but by treachery. And now we turn to our Gallus unarmed. We ask only that you share your observations, that we may find closure for these two tribes. What fate befell Fiom? Fiom is dead. What? How? You puny weakling, how? Do not forget your place. Redai's chest balloons, but he quickly lowers his chin in obedience. Arthun's eyes dart from side to side. It saddens us to know this truth, but we must still reveal it deeper. If this is so, how did the giant Stelgar die? Fiorm killed the giant beast. Of course he did, blah blah blah. Yeah, Arthur is just a feeble hunter from the twice split arrows and a liar. Silence! And now we come to it. Claim the truth for the 6 tribes. Fiorm tricked Arthur and fought the giant Stelgar by himself, but they killed each other in the fight. Arthur tried to cover Fiorm's shame, but lied about besting the creature. Your words echo across the passage of the 6 to the solemn audience. It is as you say. We thank you for sharing your truth with us. Brothers of the tribes, let these wounds mend. Go in peace and contemplate the shame brought into our heart. And I'd like a word with you. A shame upon both tribes is not what I would have wanted, but we must learn to turn our faces to these hard truths if we are to survive the coming seasons. Your integrity is a boon to us. Please accept this with our thanks. Okay, we've got Sheathed in Autumn. What's that? Fancy 1 sword, so increased freeze damage and increased enemies engaged. That'd be good for Adir, the way we have
Just
built
say
it.
the word.
Yeah, cool. So that quest is done. So if we head up to the top, yeah, Servant of Death, we need to go to the Golden Grove and deal with Arona. We need to deal with Ethic Knoll. But I suspect that's going to involve fighting a bunch of people. I don't really want to do it right now. So let's head up to Hylia. See how she is doing. Go up where it's chillier.